Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so this is part 2 of this. I know I kind of explained this to you earlier. So basically all we're going to be doing is creating one SMART goal for you just based on your own personal goals of what you want for yourself, and just kind of to like what I think will be helpful for you. And I know that you had mentioned before that losing weight was something that you had in mind, and I also think that that would be something to support. I think that that's great that you want to do that. So let me just ask, is that something that you would like to move forward and kind of look at creating a SMART goal for, kind of just breaking that down and trying to really get specific about your weight loss goals?
I would like to have a specific plan to achieve the weight loss goals that I
Okay.
do desire. So yes,
Cool.
that'd be great.
All right. So if you don't already know, SMART is just an acronym, and it's a way that people just set very specific goals. So obviously the S is specific, and then we have measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So we're just going to kind of break it down step by step and make a pretty detailed plan for you. And then we'll also go over just kind of like what goes on in your head with food, and like is there anything that we need to address with that could be challenging for you, like in terms of portion size. I know that was something that you had talked about earlier, and just trying to plan ahead for those times that you might be able to like really overindulge if you want to, and trying to kind of avoid that. So yeah, we'll just kind of go through and kind of work through it together. I'm not going to like make the whole plan for you. I just want to kind of talk through it.
Okay, sounds good.
So do you have anything in mind, like in terms of like when you want to be down to a certain weight by? Like obviously a lot of people, try and plan for that. Not saying that you have to have a plan for that, but do you have anything in mind for that?
So yes, so short term, within the next month, I'd like to be down by my birthday, like about 10 pounds, probably
Okay.
8 to 10 pounds, we'll say.
Okay.
And then within the next 3 months, I'd like to be down somewhere in the 25 to 30 pound range.
Okay. Very good. Okay, cool. You already got a plan here. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, so if that's 4 weeks, then yeah, that would put us around like 2.5 pounds per week. So we'll start with that. That'll be our specific goal, is 2.5 pounds per week. And along with that, I also want to just kind of talk through like your eating habits. Obviously, you already meal prep a lot, so I think that that's super helpful during the week. I think something too to just really keep in mind is just overall trying to focus on the foods that are nutrient dense, especially in those times where it can be easy to just overindulge like with sweets, because I know that like for me, I have a huge sweet tooth. I don't know about you, but like, so sometimes that can be something that's hard for me. So just kind of like knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are in that, and we can kind of try and talk through that and come up with a plan.
Yeah, that sounds good. I definitely do have a sweet tooth.
Yeah. I was like, for some people it's like salty stuff, it's like they want chips, and some people they want chocolate, and yeah, that can be hard, especially like late at night. You get that craving, and it's like, all right.
Yep, I get that craving, and
I know.
Wish I had some Dairy Queen.
No, I know. I think one thing for you that would be helpful is just keeping like a lot of fruits and veggies like just on hand that you can have for a snack, because I know just that can be just a great switch, like when you really are craving something sweet, especially the fruit, because it just kind of like hits the spot a little bit because it's sweet, but it's not like calorie dense either, so it's like gonna fill you up, but
more natural sweet.
Yeah. So I think that's something we can also like try and focus on just to help support this goal. But yeah, so moving on to the measurable part, obviously, weighing yourself would really be the best way to do this, just doing that daily or weekly, however you want to do that.
Generally, I do it every day. In the
Okay.
morning is usually just to kind of set a flat line for consistency. Usually in the morning, first thing is when I normally weigh myself, and then I log my weight on a dry erase board.
Oh,
So I have like a little calendar on there, and then I'll put I have each date written out, and then I log my weight on there, so that way I know how much I weigh each day.
Perfect. I was gonna say, like, if you don't already log, that's something great, but obviously you already do it, so that's good. Okay, so achievable. So for this, I know you said short term you want to get down 10 pounds.
Yeah.
By your birthday. And when's your birthday?
August 21st.
August 21st. So we'll just put a little star here. We'll put August 21st. Alright. That's our goal. Alright. Cool. So let me just edit this real quick. Make sure we have. I just want to make sure you have a written copy of this too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously this is relevant because you want to lose weight.
Right.
So we'll just put just a little note here. Short term is 10 pounds by August. And then 30 pounds down, I know you have mentioned. In the long term. So let's see, if you are down 10 pounds by your birthday, then really by like October, you could probably be
yeah, maybe by end of October.
Yeah, like the end of October,
Sometime.
early November.
Yeah.
I was like, obviously we don't have to like necessarily go that far for the SMART goal, but just looking at that for you, fall time.
Fall sounds good.
Yeah. Kind of shoot for that. Alright, so for time bound, obviously we're only gonna do 4 weeks, not what I put originally. Yeah, that's crazy. August is right around the corner. Do you have any questions about this so far?
Let's see.
Maybe I'll put if you can read it.
Does that seem like an attainable goal to have? Is 2.5 pounds per week over a 4-week period?
I mean, I think that's definitely going to be on the more challenging side. Not to say that that's not doable, but for me personally, I would say 2 pounds, like if not 2.5, like 2 pounds.
Okay.
Or maybe like 1.5 to 2 pounds. So that would maybe put you like just a little bit under or over the goal weight that you had originally. Just objectively, yeah, that's definitely going to be like a little bit more challenging. Not to say that's not doable, but you definitely would have to be, very strict. And I also want to make sure it's sustainable for you, and that it's not gonna like make you want to just revert back to your old ways like right away.
Right.
And then
I've been challenged with that in the past too.
Yeah. So if you think it would be a little bit more sustainable, then I think maybe we could drop it down, and we can still do the 4 weeks by your birthday, but maybe we'll just drop, what the goal weight will be. So maybe instead of 10 pounds, it'll be like 7 to 8 pounds.
Okay.
Actually, you have a calculator on your phone. Maybe we can just divide that really quickly. It'd be
Well, 8 pounds if we do 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
2 pounds a week over 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Okay. Let me just correct this. That's 7 to 8. Okay. 2. Okay. Are there any other questions that you have?
Is there anything else I need to be focusing on with this SMART goal?
I mean, kind of just like what I mentioned earlier, like just eating a lot of nutrient dense foods, like focusing on having whole grains instead of like a lot of refined carbs. So I don't know like generally what your carbohydrate intake looks like necessarily, because I don't have like a whole log of what you eat, but you know, like if you have white bread in your house, like getting whole grain bread, and like if you have bagels, like trying to get bagels with whole grains, like just depending on what you kind of consume, that's really helpful. And then another thing too is just like the fat that you eat, that's also gonna make a big difference. Like, are you eating more like butter, like with food that's cooked, or like when you go out to eat, or like do you get foods with like olive oil and like different things like that, like saturated fat versus unsaturated fat, because you know some people try and avoid fat, but fat is good. It just depends on the fat that you're eating. It's better to not eat a whole lot of butter and have more, you know, like of those like olive oil and things like that. And just like a lot of fruits and vegetables. I don't know if you have like favorite fruits. I mean, like for me, like berries, like that's like a good snack for me to have, especially
like
when
pineapple and banana.
Yeah, so like that would be good for you, like to have as a snack. Like, you know, when you are craving something really sweet, or like I know they have those like dark chocolate covered like fruit things that you can get at the store. Like those, I really like to snack on, because that's something that's like it kind of like hits the spot, but it's not like super filling. It's not like you're eating like a cup of ice cream.
Right, you can have a couple of them and satisfy the sweet tooth craving without.
Yeah. And then like you could also add just like some regular fruit or something if you wanted to, or you know, like I don't know, I guess depending on like what kind of snack you're having, you could do like hummus and pretzels, or like carrots and hummus, or just trying to, you know, like substitute things like for vegetables, or just something that's a little bit lower calorie will be, I think, helpful for you.
Yeah.
Because I always try and emphasize that, just more nutrient dense foods, not calorie dense foods, because you know it's better to still feel full and not be like feeling super hungry, but like you'll just be full from whole foods, not a lot of processed refined foods that are not really doing as much good for your health.
Right, makes sense.
And it'll just help you feel better too overall, like the more that you eat that, which I know you already said, like those smoothies that you make in the morning, like that's great. Like I feel like that's a great way to start off your morning, is having something like that. And like, I mean, even like the wake up wraps too, I mean, that's definitely good, like it's a good protein breakfast. Yeah, and also with you, like I know that you go to the gym and you know you're trying to put on muscle and you're doing that, so if you focus on a little bit more protein and a little bit less carbs, that can also kind of just help to like balancing that out a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, that's I think that's about all. I know that was a lot, but I mean, it's just things to keep in mind, not like, oh, you need to do this, this, and this, but you know, just things to keep in the back of your head that can really help you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna start putting that plan into action this week, and start
Cool.
since tomorrow is the 21st of July.
Perfect.
Since it's a
Perfect.
30-day goal here, short term, so I can get to my 8-pound goal by August 21st.
Cool.
We'll focus on that, and then we'll take it month by month. But we'll just keep updating it every week as far as my progress goes.
Cool. And what I'll do is I'll check back in with you probably in like 2 weeks, see how it's going, and then by your birthday, then I'll check in, see how it's going, see if you got to your goal weight, and we'll just, if there's anything else I can help you just kind of like improve with that, you know, continuing on this journey, and we can refine the goal if we need to. Yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Good deal.
Well, thank you.
You're
and
welcome.
I
Thank you.
hope that this can be helpful for you.
Thank you. I think it will be.